Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Uncut, Never Filtered. And today, you would definitely want to stick around because we'll be doing a pour of something a little bit different here. Not necessarily getting into the Bourbon, but we're going to be trying a discontinued, well sought after beer from the Founders Brewery, Canadian Breakfast Stout. So stay tuned. Let's get into the Canadian Breakfast Stout. So again, Founders is a brewery up in the good state of Michigan, and pretty much this was a always sought after release year after year. And in 2019, all of a sudden they decided, you know what, we're going to discontinue this release, and they haven't released it yet. I've heard some rumblings maybe last year they were thinking about releasing one, but I never really saw it in store, so I don't know if it happened. But what makes this a great alternative, I know, we've pretty much made the full transition to bourbon from the beer game. However, this one's finished in ex-bourbon barrels. So essentially what they do, Founders does not disclose where they get the bourbon barrels to age their Canadian Breakfast Stout, the CBS. However, if you're a believer in page 6 of Reddit, because it has to be true if it's on page 6 of Reddit, it's rumored to be Heaven Hill from the Heaven Hill distillery. So maybe that's something we could seek out as we taste it. But again, I think essentially they take the bourbon barrel, they're going to age some maple syrup in it, and then after they take the maple syrup out, the wort is what beer is before it goes through fermentation. That goes in that barrel, and out comes 9 months later, little CBS.
Well, it makes sense
to the new world.
A breakfast beer stout with maple syrup. I like it on my pancakes, but we're going to see how we like it in our glass.
You might still like it in pancakes. We'll see.
You're right.
So let's get into it.
Let's see what it looks like.
And you can see we're missing a piece of our puzzle today, because that piece of our puzzle done added a piece to his puzzle. Nick done had a child born yesterday, so he's out enjoying himself with his new family, missing his old family, but he will be back.
His bourbon family.
His bourbon family. He will be back, and we would do something a little bit different. And this one will definitely be for Nick and the newest addition to the Denby family. So,
to you, Nick.
Cheers, Nick and family.
Cheers, Nick and family.
All right. So what do we got right off the get-go here? So, again, we got, looks like
see the stout. Wow, look at that.
Pure black tar.
Yeah.
With a tan head on it.
Yeah.
Going off the nose. I don't know. What do you guys get?
Man, I don't. It's definitely maple, man. It's,
you get maple. I think you definitely get the bourbon off it too.
Oh, absolutely. The bourbon's coming.
I don't know if it's anything necessarily to confirm it's Heaven Hill bourbon barrels.
No.
I can smell the Heaven Hill.
But your ass. But you can definitely smell the bourbon though, I think.
You can.
So again, let's go in for the taste.
Yeah, let's do it. Wow. Chocolate. Chocolate.
Yep.
Chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chocolate bar. More so than anything else, you're definitely getting chocolate off of that. And again, this was from 2018. Uh-oh. Phil's making a face. What you got for us, Phil?
I'm just happy to be here.
Got your cup of tea? What do you got, man?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I
Definitely
taste the chocolate.
chocolatey.
Yeah,
Yep.
chocolate.
Brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels.
Taste, and the smell now that I got it, we're getting in with the taste and smell. It is a coffee.
Uh-huh.
You can get the coffee notes off of it too.
And so again, it's amazing. Like we said, we primarily go out in the bourbon. We're out of the beer game now, but
Well, she's thick.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
She's a thick one.
I like them thick.
Yep. Amen. However, where we were
I think
going
if you
with
drink
that.
enough, you'll see pink elephants. Too.
Yeah, pink elephants. Phil, what are you seeing right now?
I'm seeing titties.
From the mouth of babes, bearded babes. But again, so basically, this is from 2018. My brother had bought me a couple bottles he saw because we heard it might be getting discontinued. And essentially, it's been living in this cupboard for the last 5, almost 6 years
Aging.
in the. That's where I hide my my backup bottles in my bourbon bunker. It's keep a little bit safe from you know who, the Warren upstairs. But we found it last week. Had some dust on it. We dusted it off. We figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and give it a sample.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm glad we did, because it's definitely different. And you know what? I like maple syrup on my pancakes, and in bourbon barrels, it's really good. Right?
absolutely.
Do we know why they discontinued, or it had to be around sales? I think.
I don't know. So when you look at Founders, they're primarily known for KBS, which is Kentucky Barrel Stout, and they probably got half a dozen different variants. You
Yeah.
can get it in cream brulee or maple syrup, a whole bunch of different kinds. But CBS, I sort of actually preferred this. If you try KBS, it's very good, but in my opinion, you know, the bourbon flavor comes out more
Oh, it
on
does. I
CBS.
can feel it to every taste. Yeah.
Smacked in the mouth with chocolate, coffee, and again,
Yeah.
smooth, sweet, very. I think you said creamy mouthfeel, correct, Phil?
Yeah, I think so. Love a good creamy mouthfeel.
All right. So, but it is though. It does leave
It
a
is.
creamy, you know, like a chocolate.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. And I mean, you're not going to sit down and drink 6 of these if you're a beer drinker either. Well, at least I wouldn't, because of
That'd be a bad day.
yeah, it would be a bad day.
But again, I don't know if they ever bring it back. Would you go get a couple?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a good conversation piece.
Phil?
Yes.
Yes. Very
Yes,
well.
I would.
Eloquently put. But again, yeah, it's something different. I don't reach for a beer too often, but again, this isn't something I'm taking out in the middle of summer. But
Right.
you know, getting around
Yeah,
the
I
colder
hear you.
weather, winter time, I think this is going
That's
to be
a good
banger.
winter time. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good for the middle of summer,
Yeah.
like the 30th of July or anything like that.
So, again, something different. Have you had CBS? Do you like it? Have you ever cellared a beer and had a good experience after a couple years? So again, this is 6 years. You still get that tan, creamy head and tastes just like it did 6 years ago.
Yeah,
So-
I had nothing stay. It tastes like it should.
Absolutely.
What it says it
Oh,
is,
yeah.
right? So.
Good.
So something different. If you liked it, please let us know. If not, we'll be back to bourbon next week. That's the best news
Absolutely.
ever. But
Yep.
I know that after you cellar a beer so long, you start getting diminishing returns. So we found it and decided it's something unique to celebrate the birth of Nick's new daughter and to
Absolutely.
celebrate their ever-growing family. So again,
Absolutely.
cheers to our boy Nick. We'll see him
Cheers,
shortly, maybe. You know,
Cheers. Come back, Nick.
come back. And until next time, we'll be back next week with regular bourbon content. So until then, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.